Next up we have Claire Bowman, who was born in the cornfields next to the Missouri River. Her mother raised her in the woods. She is an assistant poetry editor for Batsy the Review and an MFA candidate at the Mission Center for Writers. Sometimes she loves it all. There are demons in her heart. They never let up.
Thanks everybody for coming out and supporting Malvern books and Blakely and Taylor. They're awesome little magazine. And thank you for Taya for making me feel just slightly more normal than I am. I'm going to start with an old one. It's called Interlude. To see your shoulders in dawn light, freckles slowly surfacing like constellations in the particular measurements that govern the lost dog patterns of our lives. I wanted only a crust of honey, but that sun has died and been resurrected many times over, never stopping to bother with our turmoil the way we pass through a room and do not see the junk in the drawer. This next poem was published by Smoking Blue Gun. It's a weird one, so thanks guys for putting it really nice. It's called New Reasons to Live. One chance to get it right before the great unfolding and purple night opens herself to you. Oh, Ursa Minor, my queen, my new cold reason to sleep in daylight. Your gray's gray, my heart's eye with sealskin. 2, this history has instructed me in the blue-toned approach to simple beginning. A toadstool, rain mud, effervescent morning airing out the rugs. 3, I am singing you a song, the natural sound of the weight. I heard from Jay that our radio waves bathe Pluto's outer moons. 4, but everyone knows Central Texas has the best sky. 5, the bass pumps like lions shagging through the barbershop speakers. I'm cutting my hair to look like my archetype, smoking cigarettes on mom's rooftop, ripped jeans, beads woven into her. 6, elegiac cupcakes, I am here to sprinkle you, setting down a grab box of punk names I could have adopted at the dumpster's hem. 7, my mother in a Polaroid looking down, cinching a smile to cover her teeth on one of her wedding days. 8, I want to crush myself for you. Instead, he said, let's get married. We'll bury our dead animals in the garden and utter the ghost oil fragrance of an unholy union. 9, one day I say you'll give me a daughter. Yes, he said, I swear. Instead of tattoos, I make my body into sheets of white paper, cutting holes into the whole fucked snowflake of it all. Devolve. Something less than machine, I still think I deserve calibration. A synthetic fabric covers my bits. Vertebrae in my neck slide slightly to the right, driving me insane. Nearly everyone I know is tired. It's no big secret. Lubricate, refuel, power down, repeat. But beating out the golden sequence took more than aspirin and 6 almonds a day. You can't just see the artichoke and know. There's a fair amount of peeling involved. I want a baby or a spider monkey. My friend in her mid-30s says her ovaries are going off like fireworks. Mine are just beginning to realize that they could someday be people too. So I pretend contraction, eating mangoes, singing lullabies in the morning, wondering about this new sense of natural being. Where have you been? And this is from a series of dictionary poems I've been writing, so it's supposed to mimic a dictionary entry. It's called Insular. Insular, as in sleeping alone surrounded by water. Bitten off. A staircase in the trees. Backcountry folded deep within the spinal nerves. A heartbeat equals sense of the inner body equals map of the visceral state. A full bladder. A series of complex spoken sentences dangling from a limb. As in vertigo. Swallowing saliva hard. The sight of mutilation may produce disgust. Dyspnea. Mirror neuron equals empathy equals orgasms. Tongue stuck out. The Missouri River runs directly through the social void. Hallucinogenic interpretations of the union between man and God. Stockyards a mile from my house. Truck stop on the interstate. Marooned. Nervous system tickled by nicotine. Insecticide cloud equals green ether equals a warning sensation felt before an attack of epilepsy or a migraine. Lonely crow. Backcountry inhaled deep into oxygen sacs. A history of vertebrates living in the Middle West. Mad cow. Green pearls collecting in the skin folds of its neck as it chews. This poem is for you, Vincent. For some reason, Vincent really likes this poem, so I'm reading it for him. It's called Matriarch and the Bees. Earth used to make the surface of sorrow. 7 layers of suffering is a tough ground to plow. A magma-footed angel left tracks on our land. She has been down there. She needs the hollow part of her chest. Sometimes ground just needs to be moving, like certain people just need to self-destruct because chaos is a childhood friend. Soil, a small clover in your hand, makes you feel human, unbound from meditation. It's clouds of cold hydrogen. My mother's birth fluids decorate the kitchen floor, a mosaic of foot-worn paths, songs written out of pain, then forgotten like eggs under the porch. One hand in the hive, another on the moon, women straddling these odds like second husbands, reinventing bread, hanging laundry amidst the foraging bees. I want to tell the lost not to worry so much about finding their way back. Build a house where you stand, and honey will follow. With any luck, we will wash ourselves of ourselves like melting snow, and this will be the way we die, drowned in a painting of neon-colored lily pads in a water so black it must be space. All right, y'all, I've got one more poem. It's called New Year Poem. My back is breaking. A year folds itself into the smallest possible square before snapping back open like a poppy with poetry and grocery lists and litanies engraved into its petals. I'm singing in a different key now. Cows are led to slaughter as always. All ways to heaven are under construction. I feel myself warmed by the Christmas aisles in Target, forgetting to call everyone I used to know. Detour ahead. Too many angels moving to the city. All the bands are playing downtown tonight at once. You can walk the street of bars and see their music's commingling, demonic like smoke slinking out the windows and rising. I'm carrying a carcass on my shoulders. The weight. My skin is trying so hard to be jewels. A purple rabbit's foot dangles from my pocket, and still, this life is on fire. Like a field. My mouth rolling through sentences like choking on a river, trying to rope together spume. Lanterns bleeding light from between my ribs. My body is a boat designed for evil voyage. My mind is the ocean around a semicolon.